people, welcome to another edition of that finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love. It's WWE SuperCard with me, a Big Jim, at BLD HQ. Now, finally, I've caught up with the rest of you. Finally, work out the way, all the other distractions out the way. Finally getting to pick my ultimate fusion card. The old fusion chamber, Long John Silver and the Pirates in the fusion chamber, Jim lad. We got here a fusion for you, boy. So I'm going to have a little trip and see what I get. Now, to be quite honest, not a great deal of interest in these cards in terms of who they are. But what would be quite useful, extremely unlikely, what would be quite useful would be to get a Lana. Because if you could get a Lana Pro, it's not asking for much, is it? If you get a Lana Pro, that would be a pretty stonking in terms of a decent diva. Diva? What's a diva, Jim? I don't know. What is a diva? Who said diva? Did you say diva? I didn't say diva. I was thinking females. It would make a superb female athlete or a woman wrestler to have as part of your crew. In my case, the BLD crew. Anyway, let's have a look for what it's worth and see what we get. And we've got... That's the most un-Lana-esque Lana I've ever seen. Is in fact Tyler Breeze, the fashion police, come into play. Now, stats-wise, these guys are meant to be competitive with event cards. I can't say that I would be busting a gut to get Tyler Breeze next time around. But having said that, it would make a pro. It'd take 50 years to get there, but it would make a pro. Okay, well, I'll just think of that one. As I say, really, Lana would have been the one. Cesaro, Shamash, Van Dumbo, Tyler, and Lenar. Lovely Lenar. If only to get the picture as well. That would have been quite nice, because I'm sure she'll crop up in future cards, assuming we do go up a tier. It's going to happen, isn't it? We are going to get a new tier. So that's going to bring me back down to Earth, straight back down to Earth. I do have quite a few, as you can see, SummerSlam fusion cards to bring in. They're all locked at the moment. So I'm not going to kick that off right now. I'll go back to that and see how we go. But, actually, now I've said that. Oh, scroll, double scroll. Well, that's 4 days, and a 5 days, and a 6 days. Could have guessed that last one, really, couldn't I? So another 18 days, assuming that I was astute and clever and bright and efficient enough to do it on time. It's going to be another 18 days, 2.5 weeks. Okay. Assuming I've got the cards that I can put in there to feed them up, because it's quite expensive as you get through in terms of cards. Anyway, team event has finished. Oh, it's gone. Oh, I was going to show. Well, all I can say then is for Team BadLadDad, that's Pod's fault. Team BadLadDad, I can't show you the scores now. I was going to show you how well people had done, but I can say without needing to look at the points that the star of the show was Podcast Jobber, known as Pod, easier to say Pod, who whacked, I think he got 3 times as many points as the next person. So well done you, old bean. Thank you for your effort. Again, I've just been caught up with so much work recently that my own participation, I don't think I got about 6 or 7 shards, which I did at about 3 o'clock one morning. So thanks team for carrying us through on that one. As you can see, we are now a pretty meaty team. I do receive all of your requests via other games, you sneaky people, you sending me messages via other games, and via obviously our YouTube page and via Twitter, wanting to join the team. There's only 10 members in the team. Myself and Ninja Boy are in it for a start, so there's actually only 8 people who aren't part of the BLD crew. Aren't part of BadLadDad YouTube channel. These aren't the BLD crew in the BLD army. And we are a very settled, very happy team, thank you. So I'm afraid the chances of joining are pretty minimal. But if ever an opportunity does arise, I will announce it on Twitter and on our Facebook page. So you will hear about it. If you follow us on Twitter, and if you haven't got Twitter, you follow us on Facebook. Or again, follow us on YouTube. It's obviously a bit harder to do it on YouTube because we will actually need to produce a whole video saying there's a space, rather than just leaving a message on one of our existing videos, which you may never see. But there we go. So there we have that. So I don't think then it would have kicked in with this week's event. It certainly didn't look like it had, did it? No. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, well, let's just have a look at my... well, actually, let's have a look at the King of the Ring that I'm doing, and then you can see what I'm up to. King of the Ring wise, I'm doing okay, 16.3. To be honest though, this is again, it's one of these King of the Rings where I'm not going hell bent for leather on this one. If we just have a look at the squad that I've got, you will see very obviously what I'm doing. We have Mr. Gallagher, Jumping Jack Flash there, Jack Gallagher, who's I'm trying to power up. Finn Balor, my lord, Finn Balor. They've all got songs or names. Nicknames. He made the list. Him, Chris Jericho. Look, he's only played a few matches as well. So as you can see, there's basically a lot of training going on. It's a training day. Bray Wyatt. How's your house, Bray? How's Sister Abigail getting on? So, and I've left my main event cards as the individual cards, as you can see. And even, I don't really know why I'm doing this Alexa Bliss, to be quite honest, because she's not going to muscle into my main squad of females, but I just thought... what on earth? I'll just get on with it. Just do it. If we actually have a look at... No, I don't want to do that. If we have a look at my cards, go on to female, you'll see I'm doing okay with Alexa Bliss and a lead a bit more, Bex, and the world's greatest hugger, Bailey. But you will have noticed, down arrow, Asuka, down arrow. So at the moment, the best compatible pairing I've got is Alexa and Nia. And then, as I say, I've got an individual lead turn. I've got that Alexa, who I suppose I'll probably just end up feeding her into someone else, to be honest. So there we have it. That's it for the time being. It's just a quick hello to let you know how we're getting on. And there's not much you can do about this week's event because it's not been announced yet. But no doubt by the time you see this video, it will have been announced, so you can let me know in the comments down below if you're going to bother going for it. I think a lot of people now, particularly I noticed with the team event, everyone going hell-bent for leather for the Ultimate card, but then beyond that, I think a lot of people moving beyond Elite. It's only you guys who've fairly new to the game or only started the game in the last few months who are now sort of trying to catch up, and perhaps this lull we've got before the new tier is going to give you a chance to get yourselves as close to possible to the top tier. And come join the rest of us. We're having a bit of fun. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget, it's the usual drill. You can like down below if you like the video. Please give us some of that. Subscribe if you don't subscribe already, if you want to see more of this. And there's also WWE Champions and various other things that we do. FIFA 17, that's another favourite. A bit of Rocket League. We've had a cracking time on Rocket League. I haven't filmed it, unfortunately. We've been doing the league basis. And Ninja Boy, he knows how to play. And of course, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, most importantly, we're on Twitter. So if you want to find out what's coming out and when, follow us on Twitter. Until I see you next time, you stay cool.